What's up, guys? So today we'll be discussing about self-driving around the northeastern state of Meghalaya. Should you be self-driving, and is it safe, and is it worth it? Let's answer all these questions. So starting off with, if is self-driving safe in the northeast of India? It's really very safe to be self-driving in this part. There is no issues. If you're planning on renting a vehicle, my personal recommendation is rent a vehicle from Guwahati or from Shillong, because these are the two best places that you can get your vehicles from. Guwahati will give you a better deal when it comes to renting a vehicle. You'll have much more options for the vehicles that you're looking for, and even the quality of vehicles will be better than what you'll find in Shillong, because Guwahati is a bigger city and they're renting vehicles for the entire northeast. Before you decide on which is the rental company you want to go to, do a proper Google research, make a couple of phone calls, if not more, see which one works out best for you. Don't go for the best deal, because the best deal might not be the best experience. If you're someone who's looking for the best deal, do not go for a self-drive road trip, because those cars in the best deal do not end up being the best cars. Now when it comes to the roads are very very well made. The road, other than one road, I would say the road between Dauki to Shillong is bad, and that is the only road which is horrible. Other than that road, all the other roads in the main tourist circuit when it comes to traveling around Meghalaya is excellent. Guwahati to Shillong, the road is beautiful. It's just that when you're traveling in Meghalaya, all the roads are a lot of hairpins and zig and zag roads, so you gotta be really vigilant while driving. And for someone who's self-driving, you need to be professional in terms of having a lot of road safety concerns are there, because people, it might not be your fault, but the person on the other side, basically locals, are very rash when it comes to driving. They will overtake without giving you any kind of indication, and that's a very very common problem that happens in Meghalaya, which can lead to road accidents. And another thing that my personal recommendation about safety while self-driving in Meghalaya is that you need to start early in the morning. And when I'm saying early, for a self-drive person, I would recommend starting as early as even 5 o'clock in the morning. This would give you enough of time to cover the place, as compared to leaving late and then getting caught in the early sunset, because sunset in Meghalaya, regardless of the season, is by 4:35 the sun will start to dip, and by 5:36 it is gone, and it's night. And driving in the night is really really a task in this place. And when you're taking a vehicle, do check whether they have anti-fog lights, because those are very very important. Fog can hit places like Cherrapunji and Dauki and Mawlingnong anytime. If you're planning on driving to Warichora, which is in Tura, which is actually in Garo Hills, my recommendation is think 100 times before you go there self-driving, because the road over there is not at the best. The road from Shillong to Tura is, it's well made in parts, and it's not well made. Even if they tell you that the work is done, it's not going to be complete, it's going to take a while. So my personal recommendation is, if you're hiring a vehicle, do the regular tourist belt. Do not try to go to Warichora self-driving. If you're planning on going to Warichora, hire a taxi, because that's an easier way to get there. When it comes to this about driving in the night, I would not recommend anybody driving in the night in Meghalaya, because it's extremely dangerous, and one wrong turn can lead you down the valley, which will be a disaster for you and your family. So do not drive in the night. If you're a solo person driving, you can, because all the journeys are anywhere between 100 to 120 kilometers. It's not long drives. It's just that you have to start in the morning, start as early as you can, 5 to 7 o'clock in the morning, be in the car and be out. Another recommendation when you're self-driving, before you take the vehicle, just make sure you take photos and a video of the entire vehicle, and look for dents in the vehicle, so that you can pinpoint them before you take the vehicle, so that you are not forced to pay for dents that are not your responsibility. Because sometimes what happens, you overlook the dents in the excitement of the trip, and then when you come back, you're made to pay a heavy fine for dents that did not happen on your journey but are labeled on your head. So be very sure about that part. Other than this, I would say that if you're navigating via GPS on the phone, Vodafone and Jio work very very well, and you prepaid and postpaid both work very well. So if you have either of the two networks, you can easily navigate, because everything is very easy to navigate in this part. So there's no way that you can get lost on this journey, provided you stick to the regular travel hours. If you're going to be someone who's trying to be adventurous and driving in the night, it's not meant for you. Do not drink and drive. Do not even think that okay, alcohol is cheap, so you can consume a beer and drive, because it's not worth it on these roads. There are parts on these roads which are extremely dangerous if you're intoxicated and you do not have a steady mind. Other than this, my personal recommendation is, if you are somebody who is comfortable driving and you believe that you can do this is a journey which is easy. It's much more easier than what driving in Ladakh or Spiti would be. It's the only thing is, do not drive after sunset. After sunset it gets really tricky and dangerous, because there are blind turns and dead turns. If you have any queries about self driving, and if this video hasn't solved your doubts, you can leave a comment and we'd be happy to help. Till our next video, stay safe, stay happy, stay blessed.